Alright guys, let's now actually repeat everything we just did for YouTube. What's up YouTube? Let's discuss this special rule Dying Laughing. You can face it in weekly adventures, you can face it in monthly adventures. It's actually extremely fun special rule that you can manipulate in your own favor, and a lot. So let me tell you the most fancy ways. Alright, let's put it this way. We will have 010 Phantom Pranster. So this little creature in, well, dead encounters, I guess, is mainly our blocker, and this is obvious, but there are different ways to use it in a much more fashionable way. So it can proc our plunder, and plunder is effect. Let me show you. Actually, let me show this on Jenna. Jenna, where are you? Plunder effect. If you damage the enemy nexus this round, so you sacrifice any other unit, you deal 1 to enemy nexus, and you, this way, activate plunder effect. And there are a couple of relics that have plunder, high cost to less. So this way, a 4 cost champion will already cost just 0. That's a pretty fun way. Another way, epic relic, free to play epic relic, Strength of Stone. When you summon ally, granted +0/+1 and formidable. Formidable is I strike with my health instead of my power. So that 010 Prankster will become 011 and basically 1111. If you wanna rush enemy down right away, then yeah, that's it. This is just extremely good way. Yeah, by the way, Jen is just one of my formidable champions. I do have several formidable champions. I think Jenna is just my favorite because she's 3 stars and she's out of radar of most players. Other good choices would be Kain, of course. Then we also have Vi, because of her 3-star power. When you draw a card, grant your strongest ally +0/+2 and impact. And another, probably best choice, is Thresh. He has Prankster in his deck. It has +1/+3 and Tough, which means that if we combine everything with Strength of Stone, Prankster will be like 14/14 in Tough. And if you also have Beast Within, that's also Overwhelm, round 1. That's a lot of stats, a lot of damage. Now to another choices that do not require you to have epic relics, okay? I could always recommend this Atrox. So his idea is 4-star upgrade, which is next to his 3-star upgrade. This is one of the strongest 4-star champions actually. Like minimum investment, he is great at 3 stars and he is extremely strong at 4 stars. Allies with equipment have +2/+2. So you have Prankster on board, you give it the Darken stuff for 1 mana +2/+2. Well, basically, Darken equipment is bugged right now. It has been bugged for about a whole year. So this phage will duplicate every time you re-equip it, so it will be even more. But, well, generally speaking, this is 2/4 creature. You give it +2/+2. You give it another +2/+2. So for just 2 mana you have 6/8 on board and also Tough. You can also work with Vayne in the very same fashion. 1 equipment and 1 and 3 stars is another equipment. Another arm to the teeth. And other different ways to use Prankster in your own favor should be Ari, is probably the weakest one. You summon ally, give it spirit. Then we have Lilia, which is twice as strong, basically. Lilia 3 stars is when you summon ally without playing it, grant it spirit twice. So Prankster will be 2 and 12. Then we can also buff this ally. Oh, by the way, I'm Bessa. We will get back to that. We can also use, let's say, Kale. She will be using her 1, 2, 3. Blessing of Targon, grant ally +3/+3. It basically means that we played 3 cost creature with 10 health for free, not losing any tempo. And then we just buff it. Of course, it is extremely strong with Sacred Technique, but this epic is just not really required in normal adventures outside of Nightmares, and even in Nightmares this is fine. We can also use, let's say, LeBlanc. Oh, Master Yi. That was a misclick, but he is fine too. So when you play a non-fleeting spell or skill, create a 1-cost fleeting twin disciplines in hand. So basically, when you play any spell, you will create this +3/+0, and you grant those stats to Prankster. Sacred Technique is pretty good here once again. So this is how it works. Honorable mention, LeBlanc. Yeah, I'm using Sacred Technique way too often. LeBlanc has grant ally +3/+2 this round, or 0. So this is basically 0 cost plus 6/+4. I'm not using Beast Within, as you can tell. Nami is definitely a pretty nice champion. In this case, you just play Nami. You level Nami up. When you play a spell, grant ally +2/+1. It means that you will buff Prankster and it will be your carry. And also, your spell is Heal Ally. So this is one of the best 3-star champions against Nightmares. Like, you are not really sacrificing Prankster, but you will heal it up just next round. Right, on 2 mana, you probably do nothing or have sacrificial blocker. Then next round for 3 mana you play Nami, and with just Grand General's Control Plan and maybe Archangel Staff. And next round, 3rd round, for 4 mana, you are healing your Prankster up, you're giving it a lot of stats, and that creature becomes like, I don't know, 10, 20, and enemy will be scared to attack you on its 2nd attack token. Another honorable mention, I just might use it, by the way, Lee Sin. So his constellation is, when you play your 2nd spell in a round, give your strongest ally +8/+8. So Prankster will become 8/18. And if you have Formidable, that will be 18/18. But how do you find 2 spells? Well, this is one. Just find a way to get another. Chat, did I miss anything? Lilia, Ari, Kale, LeBlanc, Victor, right. So we just completed that adventure with Victor. Because Victor's rule is, when you summon a created unit, grant it Augment. And then Augment gives a unit +1/+1 and +1/+1 every time it triggers. So this actually works on Phantom Pranster. And we also had power to summon Powder Monkey every round, and it worked on monkeys too. And by the way, to be extremely fancy, you can use Corrupted Star Fragment. So basically you can even use like Plunder, -2 mana cost, summon Victor round 1, in a way. And then you use Corrupted Star Fragment to get all those 0-10 stats, or maybe even more, right? To your main carry. That's the way. Nora? Yeah, sure. Nora is great champion. She fits. Mordekaiser, Disciple of Shadows, Pact Powder. So if we have Prankster, we can probably play Mordekaiser round 3 for just 1 mana. If we calculate it correctly. I did. And Nora. Her 3 stars is, when you summon a created ally, grant it +3/+1. And Prankster will be a 3 and 11. And then you can use Corrupted Star Fragment, play Nora round 1. And you will get all those stats with elusive, on elusive unit, right? So this is just great. But speaking of this particular weekly, let's actually do the this build. Usually you wanna play Lee Sin to finish enemy off, but why Lee Sin? Noxian Entertainment, Noxroy Arena. Your strongest ally and the weakest enemy strike each other. Well, usually you might think, oh boy, this can be bad, but actually, if you're playing Lee Sin, you're buffing +8/+8 every round. So you will get hurt, but next round it will be kind of healed because buff goes away. Gronder Plaza? I mean, this is not what I was looking for, because even Fated is probably better. This is definitely great round 1, but what next? What's after that? We have Prankster. This will be just... alright, that's... Gronder Plaza is just way too good. Maybe after first boss we will get Easy Prey. Enemy attacks 1 and 3. So, will you attack? I'm not sure. I don't think so. So we have Formidable. Does it really matter? Not really.
Nothing can stop me. Cut him down. No.
Fated, actually. But this creature is 16. Something and then 16, right? 20 damage, 31 damage. Beautiful. And we didn't even use our License power. Oh boy, I'm not really a fan of Ionia, but Listen is an interesting champion. It's like silly, straightforward, but kind of interesting. Because you have to pay attention every time. When you play your second spell, give your strongest ally, so it means that when you play a buff, you wanna buff your, like, not your strongest ally, but buff will be given to your strongest ally at the moment of casting. And this way you will not have like extremely strong one creature, you will have two creatures. And it will be harder for enemy to block. So this is okay for formidable. Soldiers are kinda whatever. This is extremely good for formidable. This is mana crystal. Spirit Blossom Ari is extremely good for formidable. 1-4, 1-4, and Ethereal double stats, Black Cleaver, and also double spell. This is just like best choices, no doubt. It's like, what do you want to play rather? Everything is good. I think I'd rather play Mana Crystal probably, but we have Prankster, so... I feel like I want some spells. I kinda wish I got this draft in Lissandra Adventure, because I feel like it doesn't really matter. It didn't really matter in this adventure, but against Lissandra, it would have been different. And actually, you like it when it matters, right? Yep, we just keep, and we just attack, and just deal 14, like that. This is still enough. Reforge. Hallowed is not something I'm looking for. Snorlax. What do you mean you just did it, but you are getting your reward of the day? First win of the day, you mean? Well, yeah, we did it yesterday. But I basically just woke up, so to me it's been like a minute ago. And also it was in another language, so it's almost like a different life. Enemy is actually scared to summon anything because, well, Naxxrayi Arena. We used Victor to check if Augment works, and it did. So we are not really playing champions right now, right? So this is epic reward, but our best in slot thingy right now is counterfeit production. And I am most likely willing to roll. Well, unlucky. Yeah, why not? For mana, a lot. Showcat. Enemies are taken first, and we got elusive. And next round we do 2-drop into 2-mana spell. Well, actually we can even do this. And Evolve should be popping right now. 33. Well, this is not enough right now. And still not enough.
Just wanted to play.
Huh, ancient coin. Well, honestly, no. Ancient coin is not the play. So round 1, if we have a tech token, we wanna go forward, most likely, and just use our Queen Discipline. So, playing Ezreal round 1 for 2 mana isn't really worth it. Playing Ezreal round 2 for 3 mana, for 2 mana. I actually think that our base case is enemy has attack token round 1 and we are summoning Ezreal with Shadow Totem round 2 on our attack. We got quite some powers, you know. Even if I wasn't this over-prepared, it would have been easy.
Time for a true display of skill.
Well, actually,
I see you.
holy.
Gotcha.
Shouldn't have done that.
Easy. Like my name.
Everyone is just elusive. For literally no reason. Oh boy. This is not really a high roll. We have formidable, so this is just plus 0/+1 basically. Although if there was Draven, it really would have mattered. Well, you know, I think that we didn't proc our... Do you hear this? Holy. I was saying... I forgot what I was saying. Oops. And round is suggested. Well, sure.
Shouldn't have done that.
That's the way. I like it. I was probably talking about Colossal Hammer.
I'm swinging.
So sometimes it matters how much power you have. Well, I mean, we are seeing Noxtry Arena, we are seeing Noxus map, and it's just natural to think about Draven and his Reckoning. If you have a 5 power unit, kill everyone that has less than 5 power, I think. It's something like that. Yeah, sure, Spellslinger. This is probably something that should be in Lee Sin's constellation, by the way. I was at 39.
I am but the first of many.
Didn't really hit the mark. Do we just win round 1 again? Well, I guess.
Time for a true display of skill.
So this one will be buffed.
I see you.
49 damage and 57. Morlox, you're moving whole monitor, why? And she's happy about that.
Taste of tomorrow.
You're gonna be sorry.
And this is how you do this, folks. That's a high roll.